been getting used to the sport of ski mountaineering here and off the podium because we're about to see it debuting at the Milano Cortina Olympics, and I'm so very excited to learn more about it from another guest today, one of Australia's top SkiMo athletes tracking on the path towards the Olympics next year and beyond. It is a pleasure to welcome to Off the Podium the one, the only Innika De Rosa. Innika, welcome to Off the Podium.
Oh, what a welcome. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Have you done this before?
Never. I don't know anything about anyone. I've never done an interview nor have I talked to anybody about ski mountaineering. So I might just have gotten lucky there with that introduction. I don't know. We always give people a big head. That's what we like to do at the beginning, because it's only downhill from there, right? So kind of going on that way. But we were just having a bit of a chat off air, and I was trying to work out, and as silly as this sounds, because you're in Norway right now, and I'm like, have I ever spoken to somebody from Norway? Now, you're obviously Australian, but you're living in Norway. And I'm like, the more and more I think about this, I'm like, no, I've never spoken to anybody in Norway before. So thank you for creating history and Off the Podium today. It's a pleasure to do that. You're welcome.
Yeah, we should get some, didn't you say you wanted to get someone from every single country on the podcast?
Do. Yeah. That count Norway. Tick it off, right? If I've got like a scratch map.
Yeah, exactly.
I can just,
I'll put you in touch with some good Norwegian athletes so you can get some.
I'm sure you just throw a stone and you hit like 5, right? Particularly when it comes to the winters. Although, as we've discovered on this show, we actually are a little bit scared of Norway, Innika, because we always consider them as just this great winter nation. But recently in the Summer Olympics, they're doing well too. And they're winning in sports. You don't beach volleyball and running, like sports you don't think. So what's going on in Norway? Is there something in the water with these athletes?
I think so. But I mean, honestly, for a population that's so tiny, it's crazy how many good athletes they have.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. But I think the winter, that's really part of the culture. You see here, kids from when they're babies, they're out on their skis. They have this saying here, Norwegian people are født med ski på beina, which means born with skis on their feet.
Wow.
And it's just you see it, the parents are taking their kids out. The kids can't even walk, and they're balancing on their skis. And it's just I have this great photo of me when I first moved here, and I'm trying to do the cross country skiing, and I'm falling over in the ski tracks, and there's a kid there stopped literally beside me in the middle of an uphill. He doesn't even have poles, and he's just stopped, just chilling in the middle of this uphill, and I'm on the ground, poles in there.
Spot the Australian and spot the Norwegian, basically, right then and there.
Literally, yeah, it's great. I'll send you the photo.
Please do.
As the thumbnail.
I'd love to. I guess it's in the similar vein. It's kind of like how, as Australians, we're kind of thrown into the water as soon as we're born, right? I guess it's sort of the Norwegian equivalent of that.
But people here cannot swim. None of my friends can do freestyle.
Wow.
And I'm we'll go to the pool, and everyone's breaststroke. And I'm what? But it's literally everyone in Australia knows freestyle.
Yeah.
Right?
It's kind of like you're born with freestyle. They're born with skis. We're born with Ian Thorpe arms or something like that, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's so interesting with the culture. And then I think that also the training methodology here is especially the cross-country skiing and the endurance has really kind of transferred into the running, and you have this Norwegian method that's just really kind of with triathlon, with running, with everything that's working really well across all sports.
I think we're seeing that a lot.
It's really cool.
We're seeing that a lot with a lot of winter nations, I feel, because we're obviously a bit Canadian on this show. We're kind of a co-Canadian Australian show, and we'd always joke with our Canadian host Colin that, yeah, you guys always finish 4th and 5th in the Summer Olympics. A bronze in the Summer Olympics for Canada is a gold. But similar to Norway, in the last, couple of Summer Games, Canada have been doing pretty bloody well in the Summer Olympics. So maybe all these winter nations are just going hey, we're sick of seeing some of these hot nations like Australia winning winter medals. So we're going to do the opposite, and then we're going to show how good we are. So, maybe it's Australia's time now then to go, okay, well, in your face, Norway and Canada, we're going to start doing, not that we're doing all right in winter sports, but even better in winter sports, right?
But some of the cross-country athletes from Australia are killing it.
Exactly.
Rosie on the junior side, she killed it in the I think it was Junior World Champ. She was on the podium or something. So it's great. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, and we're diversifying outside of just snowboarding and freestyle skiing is what we want to see, right?
Yeah,
so,
and moguls.
And moguls.
We've always been good at moguls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can I just mention Dale Begg-Smith, because he always just needs to get mentioned whenever we talk about moguls, just saying. It's been a while since we've said his name. But for yourself, Innika, we're here to talk about ski mountaineering, of course. Before we sort of get into that discovery of that sport and where you got involved in that, just skiing, winter sports in general, sort of what drew you to this and kind of on the notion of Australians and winter sports, we don't often see a lot of people doing that as kids. I mean, sort of how do you get involved in it?
Yeah. No, I just moved here. I was when I was 19, I moved to London alone, just to do something different. I never went home, and my mum hates it. But I got a job offer in Norway after a while, and then I moved here. And then, like where I live in Tromsø in the north, there's no lift base. There's one tiny little ski resort with like 2 runs and one of those key things that you put between your legs, and it's horrible. But there's no lift base access skiing here, and so if you want to kind of do stuff, you have to do it yourself, both in the summer and the winter. You have to hike or you have to run or you have to ski uphill. And then I found out that I really liked the view from the top of the mountains, and my friends really liked the pictures that I got from the tops of the mountains. So I just was like, I'll go so it was literally just like, it would be nice to get some nice photos for my Instagram, and then that was literally like, at the time I was dating a photographer, so it was great. So I would get like bomb ass pictures for my Instagram. But I was tired, going uphill was just really, really hard. And I have no sporting background, whatsoever. So I would go on these trips and these hikes and these skis. And then I was like, I have to get fitter. So then I just started training. And then, I guess the rest is history.
Wow. So no sporting background. So you didn't grow up playing sports of any kind?
No, I was like, I played piano, played cello, sung in the choir.
Wow.
Yeah. Literally nothing, but I kind of I always really liked running, but just never I remember once, I think I came like 3rd in cross country or something, and everyone just randomly, and everyone was like, do you run? I was like, no.
You've probably got this hidden talent because your whole life you haven't realized that because you've been too busy doing music. You're like, you could have been like, a 10-time Olympic gold medalist in running for all you know right now.
Literally, yeah. Right. But I did obviously I swam like everyone swims. Mm-hmm. I swam, I did some rowing and but nothing. Yeah, and then I think all of the gains that I did have, it's anything that I did athletically, I just destroyed after a couple of years partying in London. So when I moved to Norway, I was not fit.
So basically what you're saying at the end of the day, if you end up on the top step at the Olympics with a gold medal around your neck, you'd be like, cool, I'm so glad I did this because I just wanted to get a good photo, and shit, here I am with an Olympic gold medal around my neck.
I'm never going to get an Olympic gold medal unless I'm like a Stephen. What's his name?
Steve Bradbury. Steve Bradbury, yeah. Wow.
I could do a Steve Bradbury. But
I also love the fact that whenever we're learning a lot about ski mountaineering and just that, the joke seems to be that, we just don't want to pay for ski lift passes. That's why we do it, because we can just sort of go up a mountain. But it really legitimately seems like this is the best way to save money on ski lift passes and going up skiing up a hill.
That's bullshit because the gear is so expensive. So
balances out, essentially.
Anyone that tells you that, I don't know. I think everyone that does ski mountaineering does it because they love the mountains. I don't think I've met anyone that does it and just because they don't like being outdoors.
Which had you heard?
Maybe that might be changing though.
Maybe. I mean, it's obviously the sport's growing as we're seeing and as we're sort of learning on the show. Yeah. But I mean, had you at least heard of ski mountaineering before sort of you realize this is a thing? I mean, how does it get explained to you then, Innika? How does somebody go, well, this is a sport, you realize it's more than just taking photos at a mountain?
Well, so ski mountaineering, the art of ascending and descending skis has many different elements, right? And you have kind of this backcountry skiing element of it, which is, I guess, what most people would say is ski mountaineering, but literally just with whatever gear and then up and down a hill. But then I think the ski mountaineering side of it is doing the backcountry skiing, but as fast as you can. And then so when I moved to Tromsø and I started with this backcountry skiing, the gear is heavier, and then you're spending the whole day, you have one mountain and your goal is just get up and get down. And then for me, both were really hard. Getting up, hard. Getting down, terrifying. And then after a while, I ended up just getting I started running. And then I got, and I guess everyone you've interviewed with ski mountaineering will tell you that it's pretty much the winter version of trail running. Mm-hmm. So anyone that does trail running in the summer will just naturally gravitate towards ski mountaineering in the winter, because I think it's this beautiful way of being in the mountains where you can be light and you can fast and you can see more things. And it's just everyone will think it's a great way to travel. So I ended up just getting some friends that were like, oh, you should, you like trail running, you run a lot. Instead of running in the winter in Tromsø, you should just run in the mountains in the winter in Tromsø, which is pretty much the ski mountaineering. So I one year I just bought some light gear, and then actually the World Cup circuit was coming to Tromsø where I live, and then I randomly just got in touch with the Australia. I found Brian. I don't know if you know Brian Leachy.
Yeah, we just had him on the show. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Found Brian on Instagram, wrote to him like, hey, I'm Australian. The World Cup's coming here. I had known nothing about this sport, but the World Cup's in 4 months. So I'm going to learn, and can I represent Australia? And he was like, well, if you want to make a dick of yourself, go for it, I guess.
There's not many sports you can do that either. You just like can basically write off to some. Like I can't write off to Swimming Australia and go, hey guys, you've got the World Champs coming up. Can I compete for Australia in 4 months?
Well, they let me, and like I think I did really well considering I literally just started the sport. But I actually, I was on the national, there was broadcast nationally in Norway, and I came last, obviously. I came second last, and last in everything in the 3 events that I did. And one of the events, the individual, I was last by a long way, and they like the shot just like pans to me on the last uphill, and I'm booting up. I've got my skis on my back, and I'm booting up, and then I have one of my absolute best friends is behind me, and she was one of the volunteers, and she's wearing like a safety vest, and she's got a like a transceiver or whatever they're called, like a speakerphone thing,
radio.
And she's walking behind me, and she's just like, you're doing great, you're doing, like, she was just there to support me, and then but the TV have seen it, and they've called me disabled. They've gone like, and here we have Innika from Australia, and she's even got like a primary caregiver with her just to make sure that everything goes.
Wow.
Yeah. Like national TV, like no worries.
Wow. Okay then. Jeez. That one, interesting moment.
So that's what Norwegians think of Australians on skis.
Well, that's all right. Put them in a pool. We'll say the same thing about you, Norway. Can't swim.
Right? Everyone just Everyone just doing their breaststroke. Like,
exactly. Have you met Ariane Titmus? Let's see how shit you are against her. Come on, let's do that. I love hearing that. That's like interesting because I think that the positive to take away that from though is like, if you look at, like right now, I'm staring at those results on a screen. Sure, if I open up and I see the full list of results, as you say, last, second, last, sure. But like, I'm looking at this screen right now, 27th, 25th, 28th. That seems pretty good to me. Your debut World Cup, right? Top 30 in the world. There you go.
Thank you. I know. I count my results from the back. Like everyone's like, I came first, second, third, right? And I count from the back. So I'm like, I came second.
Yep.
From the back.
You're from down under, so technically it's opposite, right? So therefore, in a way, upside down, kind of it goes around that way with it.
My best result is 13th from the back.
Okay, that still counts. I think that it's like golf, right? But it's kind of the opposite.
I mean, like you can't grow up in Australia and not grow up doing a sport and then do it because you want to like compete against the best in the world and be the best in the world. Like that's not why I do. I don't think it. Like I love our team from Australia, and I think, with the exception of Phil and Lara, I think everyone's there just because they're like, this is cool.
Well, the most amazing thing I'm discovering from every single ski mountaineer we're having on this show is that you're all such unique personalities with your own individual stories. Like it's sort of, we speak to so many Olympians on the show, Innika, right? Like we're just so many, and they've all got their stories, they've all got their drives and everything for what they're doing. But in speaking to what I think about 5 or 6 of you now, you're just the most unique athletes I think I've ever spoken to, because it's just like kind of just this group where you're all driving towards something and you've all got different stories, and it's incredible. Like, and just I'm 13 minutes into this interview already and I'm blown away by your story. It's incredible.
Oh,
just giving you big heads on doing it more so than the introduction and everything along those lines. So when you're in these competitions then, so like this is kind of almost just like, you're doing it for fun. So is there desire to keep going towards more, like if somebody says to you at that point, you realize if you keep going, you could go to the Olympics, or are you not sort of thinking that and just more thinking of doing this for fun still?
Well, I think, first you're like doing it for fun, but like this sport is heinous. Like it is, I don't know if anyone's told you, but it is like painful. Like you are gassed from going uphill as fast as you absolutely can. Then you have to just go downhill as fast as you absolutely can. So it's, just in case anyone hasn't said that.
It's not easy. Don't think this heinous. Is a 4-month thing. Like, 4 months I'll represent Australia, all right? It's challenging.
But it like, I did it, and I don't know, anyone that knows me will just, like, I have no ability to do something halfway. Like if I do something, I'm like all in, and I really like challenging myself, and I think that I I've grown so much just doing this sport and doing something that scares me and putting myself in a situation where like maybe everyone is laughing at me, but there was also a bunch of people that wrote to me like, we're so inspired. Like you've really shown like you don't have to grow up doing something to do something. Like you can, whatever you want to do, you can do. And I think that was really cool. I didn't expect that. I got a lot of nice messages actually after this World Cup. And like, I mean, I got I came home crying, like after every single event, like I just like got in the door and just sat down like crying because I was so overwhelmed with just like, oh my God, like I did it. Like I put myself out there. I did it. I challenged myself. And then, and then I just was like, okay, well, I'll do another season. Like I can't get worse. Right? Like the only way is up.
That's true. If you last or second last, I mean, you literally can't do it. So, good way of looking at it. Yeah.
So then I did like another season. I just kind of was like, like I'll train more. I'll do another season. And then I did a second season and then that went well. And then I was like, okay, but it is the Olympics and I know we have a continental quota. And right now, like I think that like we're 5 girls, which is amazing. Like Norway has one, or the last years has had one senior girl. I mean, Ida, she's amazing. She's as good as 5 of us put together. But anyway, we are at least 5 girls from Australia, which I think is great. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. There's a bunch of them that have been doing this a lot longer than me. There's a bunch of them that are better than me, but I'll set myself the goal of making this standard. Like I'll try and get the Olympic standard and then whatever happens, happens. And then so after the second season, I was like, I'll train full SkiMo. Like my summer will be spent doing like 5x3 minute uphills with poles, 5x5 minute uphills with poles, like just like a lot of like explosivity and max strength and plyometrics and everything that I need to do to be a good sprinter. And I'm guessing I heard the interview with Max, like you kind of explained all of the different genres and everything of ski mountaineering, but it's
amazing
the
different
sprint,
ones.
right? So,
the sprint one obviously at the Olympics, but I'm still waiting for the one he was describing, where basically it sounds like some sort of vertical limit cliffhanger type thing, where you're basically traversing a mountain with dangerous like drops and everything like this. So I'm hoping the IOC bring that in the future.
Oh, like a Pierre de Mentha. He probably, I think he spoke about this the 4-day, the Tour de France of ski mountaineering. It's amazing. Yeah. No, but I was just like, and then I think that the thing that anyone that does anything hard can relate to, it's just so rewarding to set yourself a goal and you're just like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to set myself a goal and I'm just going to see how good I can be and how much I can, how much better I can be as a person and as an athlete and whatever. And so I did that and, oh man, like the Norwegian, like I trained like this like proper like cross-country Norwegian method of just like really polarized training, like a lot of really hard training and then a lot of easy training. Whereas the Norwegian method in terms of running right now is a pyramid approach, like a lot of threshold and a lot of, and it was hard. But I got really fit. Like I was so fit in February. Like fitness like up here. It was great.
All those years of playing the piano and cello and all that paid off, right? Because you just had, just get it out there ready to go for the fitness.
Exactly. My fingers were ready.
Yeah. Translates everywhere else to fingers, let's be honest.
No, but that was, and then I actually had a really good start to the season. I did, I had like we had a Bormio test event for the Olympic test event, went really well, 13th from the back. That's my best place ever. I was super happy. Went to World Champs, did the mixed relay, horrible event, did the vertical, did really well, like like the best feeling I've ever had in a race, just like really, really well. And then the day after I broke my ankle. And then...
This is in training, wasn't it? This was like just in training too.
It was the rest day.
Yeah.
It was the rest day.
Wow. Yeah. Not a lot of rest when you break an ankle, I guess.
It's the mellow stuff that gets you.
Wow. So how did that happen? How does that happen in like your training? Like what did you do?
Well, I was just having a chill downhill day. I was eating croissants. I was drinking hot chocolate. I was just like chilling by myself. Because ski mountaineering is a lot about the uphill, but it's also about the downhill. And obviously I'm from Australia and I live somewhere where there's no lift. So the downhill is what fucks me, really. Like, I've been in competitions where I've been so far in front of people on the uphill that I can't see them, literally. And they've still overtaken me, like, before we've gotten to the forest. And I'm like, oh.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah,
and I would think that'd be the easy part. You just glide down. But what do I know? I don't ski, so.
No, I mean, people, like, the guys that are good, I mean, they're going 100 kilometers an hour downhill on like 64 millimeter skis. Like these things are like toothpicks.
Wow.
It's so impressive. Like it's actually incredible. And the sprint, like what you see on the TV, you don't see because the real talent is when you're going downhill and like off piste, and they're cutting through like, it's always terrible conditions. And it's just, yeah. Anyway, so I was like, I'm going to do some downhill training. So I was just out and we got like a free lift pass for this whole week that we were in the World Champs in Switzerland, which is like, a lift pass for a week in Switzerland. Like I'm using that literally. Like, so I was just out and I was having the best time. Like I was there with a friend, but I love being alone also. So I was just like, I was having a great time. And then I'd gotten super confident skiing most of the day. And then I just decided to check out. Actually, I saw that they were putting some flags on the individual course, which was going to be on Friday. So I decided to just like kind of like ski over and ski one of the descents. And I think it was off piste and I just took my confidence from the piste into the off piste. And then I just like absolutely fucked myself. Like
ouch.
My skis crossed. I think like I hit something and then my skis crossed. And then the race bindings that we have, they're 105 grams and they're set to like DIN. They're set to DIN 15, which is like alpinist level DIN. But they don't have any of the release values that you want. They kind of like, they pretty much just don't release like in a forward and backwards setting. They release only side to side. And then so instead of my binding released, my ankle and my leg just kind of like took the full brunt of that. And I broke my fibula and my ankle and I tore a bunch of ligaments and it really hurt.
I can imagine. Yeah, that does sound slightly painful.
It was. And I had to, my boot we have like boots where they just kind of like, you lock them, there's a lever that you lock to then ski and then you just kind of like, you release the lever to walk. And the lever had popped up while I was, obviously in the fall. And then to get down, it's quite hard to ski with a broken ankle. And it's harder to ski with a broken ankle if your boot isn't in ski mode. So I had to lock it, but to lock my boot, it was like tightening around exactly where I'd broken my leg. So it was just like this horrible, like I was like, fuck, what do I do? Like I'm alone. I knew there was a restaurant with like a sun chair. And I was like, if I can get to that restaurant, I can call Rob, my coach, and he can come and help me. But I just kind of had to like grit my teeth and then just like pull this lever on my ski boot down and just like
wow.
It was the most painful thing I think I've ever done.
It's where you wanted your friend behind you where they were calling you disabled earlier with the radio. This time that would have been useful then, wouldn't it?
Right.
Because you literally were disabled at that point too. So come on.
It was horrible. It was yeah. But anyway, and then the rest of
that was the season done.
All my hard work was for nothing. That was the season done.
So this was in March. This was we're recording this in August. This was 5 months ago. So at that point, is it a case of that's it, we're done, Olympics are over, or were you automatically like, oh no, like recovery time, who knows what can happen? Like let's keep this dream alive.
I don't know. I think it was both. Like I'm a really positive, optimistic, but I think that like shit happens and I really believe that, but I also believe that everything happens for a reason. But at this point I was obviously pretty upset. But there was nothing I could do with it now. Like the rest of the season was obviously just gone. And then I kind of had like, I'm still grappling with this decision. Like I cross-train my ass off. Like oh my God, I cycle. I've cycled 300 kilometers. I've gotten up at 3 a.m. to cycle 100 kilometers before work. Like I've had 32-hour training weeks while I've been injured. Like I have trained and I've actually recently just started getting back to running and my fitness is good. My running economy is absolute bollocks. But my fitness is good. And I'm kind of sitting here now and it's like the middle of August and I'm like, do we go again or do we not?
It's one of those things though where it's kind of almost like a why not, because it's
exactly exactly it.
Back to that point of I'm gonna call up the Brian and go, hey, like can I represent Australia? These sort of little moments. But how many opportunities will you get in life that could potentially see you go to the highest level of sport and go to an Olympic Games? So you never know what can happen. Yeah.
I think the only why not, and I guess everyone you've spoken to about like especially being an Australian athlete or Australian athlete in winter sports, is that you have like, I have to have a job, like, right. And I'm lucky enough. I work for the same company that like ASO, they arrange Tour de France. So I'm lucky I have a job that I absolutely love. And then it is always like this push and pull between you have like a job and you have a hobby, and a job and a hobby. And I think having hobbies is really healthy alongside work. And I think that, but having hobbies that demand that you train as a professional athlete when you also work full time is like, it's really hard. Like it's like I've sacrificed a lot. Like I've spent pretty much 2 years just going to bed at 9:30 at night and missing out on like a lot of stuff with my friends. And it's hard. It takes its toll on friendships, on relationships, on absolutely everything, because you just, you don't have that. Anyone that's done like trained to be an athlete will tell you it takes a lot.
And I think you're obviously coming from a very unique perspective too, Innika, in the fact that, you know, all jokes aside, you didn't grow up being an athlete. You didn't grow up kind of with this professional sports mindset. So this has obviously come to you later in life, and you're learning it, whereas some people maybe have literally committed their entire life to this sort of lifestyle. So it's part of the parcel. So do you find that in a way, you know, it helps, or like, do you wish maybe you had more of a background in kind of that, where you might find this would be an easier decision for you to make or pursue, or sort of look what the next couple of months may be for you?
There's not a day that goes by that I don't wish I grew up doing sports or doing this sport. There's like, I am so jealous of everyone that was born skiing, and I'm so jealous of everyone that has 20 years of sport behind them, like of just training, because like you can't, you can dope, but if you want to be a clean athlete, like you can't cheat it. Like you can work as hard as you can, and you can do, I mean, I've had some weeks I've done 5 workouts a week. I've done mostly like 3 workouts a week and trained 20 hours and done all the right stuff, right? Like given up alcohol, gone to bed early, like just like everything I can possibly do to maximize my fitness. But at the end of the day, you have only 1 or 2 years. Like you can't buy 20 years of time.
Yeah.
You can do everything right and it still won't, like it's, especially for endurance sports. But yeah, I wish I did, but at the same time, you can't change I can't go back and change that. Yeah. It's speed, I think, yeah.
I was going to say, it's also, I guess, that case now, though, that with that in mind, and you're here now, this is what you do, whether you consider it your job or your hobby or everything you're sort of saying there. But I guess long term, you know, if Milano Cortina doesn't happen, if, say, either you don't decide to push towards it or you don't qualify, do you think there's enough drive and passion and everything that you've worked over these couple of years that you've been doing the sport, though, that you would keep continuing on, then look towards 2030, 2034? Because from what I'm hearing, this is a sport that you can sort of maybe go a little bit, you know, longer than other sports with the endurance element, because that does kind of help the older you get.
Yeah, I think I think I will. I love trail running. Trail running is like the thing that I love. Oh, I love it more than anyone.
Hello to all Innika's family and friends. She sends her regards, but trail running's her love, not you.
Literally. Anyone that knows me will also know it's 100% true. And I think that being lucky enough to live somewhere where I can't trail run half of the year will mean that I will always do ski mountaineering in the winter. And then I think it's just, if I can manage to balance it with work, then I think I will. I'd love to compete. Like I'm planning to compete this season 100%. Like I have some competitions lined up, and I think maybe the first World Cup in Courchevel in December, which is the last World Cup for qualifying, that will be like, I'll be there.
That's the one in Utah, correct? That's in the United States.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, I meant European.
Oh, European, right? Okay, gotcha.
I'm like, what's the United States? Yeah, I'm not going to the United States.
You know, I've spoken to a lot of ski mountaineers, but I know when the next World Cup is. That's how my last week has been.
That's
basically
bad. You know better than me. Yeah. That's true.
This is wrong, Innika. This is your schedule. You should be in Utah, not bloody Europe. Where are you going?
I think it's so great that they have an American World Cup on the.
First in like 20 years, awesome. I think they're saying that that's so been great. A while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, no, but I think like I'll be there, and I think it's up to me to decide like how much can I train on and work, and just finding this balance. Like I think it is hard being a person like, I am all in all the time, and it has cost a lot. And I think being injured has really it's been really nice to just have dinner and wine with friends. And I've had some A-class nights out on town, just like got caught up on like many years of not partying. And it's been fun.
But it's also a case of 4 years goes by very quickly as well. It sounds like a long time on paper, but I mean, it does. And I look at someone like Phil Bellingham, the great Phil, who, basically hung up his skis after Beijing, and now he's on the cusp of bloody qualifying for 2 frickin' sports at the Olympics. I mean, God, so like you never know, I guess.
He'll be there.
I'm blown away. I mean, at the time of us recording this, Innika, I actually haven't spoken to him, but he's on the show. I think his episode probably would have aired before this one, even though I haven't spoken to him at the time of this. But it's just, we love athletes on this show who can do multiple sports. I don't know if you know who Esther Ledecker is, but she's an icon of our show. She won gold, obviously, back in snowboarding and skiing back in Pyeongchang. I mean, to do it in the one games is insane. And, of course, Australia's never had an athlete at a Winter Olympics compete in 2 different sports at the one games. And that's just insane.
He did the world champs, like, did he tell you about his world champs?
We haven't spoke to him yet at the time. At least let's pretend he said that on the show, and what a great episode it was.
Clip that out. But yeah, his world champs, like he was literally he was with us in Switzerland, and then he was competing in Switzerland, and then he was traveling to Trondheim for the 50K in Trondheim, and then coming back to Switzerland.
Wow.
It was but Phil is an incredible athlete and incredibly dedicated, and just he's so great at what he does, and I think it's really cool to see someone can have such a long career. And I mean, there's not many winter athletes that have gone to 4 Olympics.
No, exactly. Very few, very, very few, and
so
particularly from
he
Australia.
Can do both. And I mean, I mean him and the team, the cross country team, they did a really good job getting a lot of points this winter. Like they really went in, like it was a team effort. They were like, we are gonna compete at as many races as we can, and but like Phil was. Like his schedule was insane. He was like SkiMo and then Tour de Ski, and then he was here and here and here. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
you know, the funny thing is, and I'm not doing this to like shame Phil, because this is, I'm sure knowing what I know of him, he would take this on the chin. But last week at the time of when I'm recording this and I was meant to do the interview with him, I'd sort of gotten ready with, everything ready going.
Did he blow you off like I did?
It's a similar thing, but the way it was funny, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm, you're waiting around, you sort of, okay, people can be late, whatever. Then it's like half an hour goes by, so you send a message like, hey, Phil, ready. So I'm thinking like, well, this guy's busy. He's trying to qualify for 2 different sports, right? He's probably training. He's probably gotten held up. He literally comes back to me. He's like, oh, shit, mate. Sorry, I was on the phone to this person, that person. Oh, sorry, I'll jump onto it. Like, I'm kind of like laughing at the fact that I wasn't blown off because he was training. He kind of forgot, but I loved it. And I'm not doing it to shame you, Phil. Trust me, if you ever hear this, it was I took it on the chin, had a bit of a laugh. And at the time of us recording this, Innika, we're doing it in a couple of days. But it's, the guy just seems like a beast, and what an achievement to, as you say, 4th Olympics overall, but then to do it again in a different sport. Like blows my mind. Insane. And I looked at the map, they're so far apart as well, where Bormio is and where it's not like it's next door to each other. This is like fucking 4 hours away from each other, if I'm not mistaken.
But everything in Europe is next door to each other when you're from Australia. So
True, very true. Yeah.
But SkiMo is just like it's a combination of cross country and alpine. And Phil has been doing cross country and alpine his whole life. Yeah. Like that's what he. I've seen some really cool pictures of Phil from 20 years ago, like at Falls Creek, skiing alpine, So it's I see a lot of the reason that the Norwegians will do really well, for example, if the courses are flat, is because they just have this, there's just the full glide, the kick and the glide technique from cross country is really benefiting a lot of these athletes that are coming in. And also, so I think it's a really natural progression to go from cross country to ski mountaineering. It
does seem, though, overall, you talked about sort of the 5 girls being out there. There's obviously a couple of guys doing out there, but I mean, for such a fresh sport, literally in Australia too, because Brian obviously basically told the story about how it's sort of like, oh, it's an Olympic sport. I'm going to call up Snow Australia and goes, hey guys, you're thinking about this, but you all seem very close. Like for all the Aussies we've talked to Brian, we've talked to Lara, we've talked to Ava. Everybody seems like you're all in a tight little community who just are really going to help grow this sport no matter what happens at the Olympics next year.
Did they tell you about the Not Oz SkiMo Instagram account?
No. Well, hang on a minute. This has not been told before. All right.
Okay. All right. So now you're going to get the gossip.
Good.
They're all probably talking. You're like really like serious about the sport, and I'm like, I'm here with the juice. We were pretty close, and at World Champs this year, we were like 10 or 11 of us. It was awesome, and it was so great. And we have Rob. I don't know if anyone's spoken about Rob, our coach.
No, I had not heard about Rob.
What are they talking about? Okay,
do those
Rob
interviews again, guys. What's going on? Where's Rob in these conversations?
The Europeans have like a whole life history of this sport, but we have Rob. And Rob is just like
always Rob. Good on you, Rob.
Always Rob. He's like, I mean, he's in charge of like he's picking up our start numbers for us. He's checking out the course. He's there when we're warming up. He's taking our clothes. He's there out on the course cheering for us. Like he's doing everything so that we don't have to think about anything else during the races, right? Like I broke my binding right before the Bormio test event, and he's like running around finding me different skis I can use, and like Rob is amazing. And he was giving us a pep talk before the first day at World Champs, and he's just saying, man, he's like, all right, this is the deal, guys. We are here to show the filthy Euros what's up. He's like, Australia will dominate. It's just like, yeah.
The filthy
hilarious.
Euros. You said an
anyway,
Instagram account that we need to know about.
But
hello, Rob.
And we just
Shout
kind
out
of
to
like,
Rob.
This is Rob. But because of Rob being the way he was, we kind of like, we bonded, right, the whole group. And then we came up with this. There's someone that made an Oz SkiMo Instagram account, but none of us knew who it was. Okay. And then I think we were just like tired, and we were all getting along really well. And then the WhatsApp group just kind of like, it just started going off. And then all of a sudden someone had made a not Oz SkiMo account, which was like the opposite of the Oz SkiMo, but we had not Oz SkiMo. And we all just started sending in like videos of each other and like all our fails and just like all the random shit that had happened during the week. Like we have a video of Phil showering in the accommodation where it's like, it's so little that he's like, he can't stand up and shower. So he's showing, it's hilarious. And we just started this Instagram account, and it really bonded us all together. Like it was, I don't think I've laughed at you. Are you looking at
I'm sorry, I am listening to you, but I have also discovered Not Oz SkiMo, which can I just read? Can I read the bio right now? Not an Australian ski mountaineering community page. Don't send us your photos and videos. We aren't here to fuck spiders, the greatest Australian expression of all time. I'm seeing here a photo of you doing a shoey. Teaching some posh Swedes how it's done. #shoey. There's one here, Phil posting a video of, are they cows just standing in a field?
Phil getting rejected feeding cows, none of the cows.
I've seen this video of you, it's a clip of one of these ones on the SkiMo actual social media where you're talking about being energetic, positive and chaotic, and this one seems to be just like repeating itself on that. This is amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. And did you see the medal table from World Champs?
I did see, but I haven't opened it. Let's open that up because I saw that medal table. Australia 2-1-2. Is that just made up, or like how does that one work?
I photoshopped it.
Brilliant. This is what, okay, Channel 9 gets so much free shit from us for their Olympic coverage next year, but you've travelled gold with this one now. Who's this on a plane here? On like a little 747, like a little, I don't know what you even call those things.
Jacob, he's our ski tech.
Right.
Amazing ski tech.
He's having fun there on a little rider board. This is brilliant. Lara not giving a shit about some skiing sign, pointing at it there, saying she doesn't give a damn about her bad reputation. #Joan Jetta. Yep, that works.
It was so funny.
You've won winter
hilarious.
sports. All other winter sports have lost. You have won.
There's one more you have to look at before it's if you go down, it's Max posted a picture of him on his story once, and he was saying like he was answering fans between heats or something. Yep. And then I think I've photoshopped like Phil that is there, and then I've photoshopped Phil's head onto Max's body. Let me go into
all right, I'm trying to see which of these look like a Photoshop on somebody else's body here.
Here you go. reading some of your messages before the start. Thank you for your support. And it's like Max, but it's got Phil's head on it.
Okay, all right. I see that one. Yep, I see that one. I'll see if I can. There it is. Found it.
6th of March.
Big rig pre-race routine at Phil Pop Bell. And Max has commented, nice to see you are having fun. Great. I love this, but this is going back to my point. We're saying like you're all such unique personalities. Like it's so fascinating to see this. Like we and this is coming from a podcast who are getting break dancers on this show. We had Raygun on this show twice before anybody knew who she bloody well was. Raygun's a good friend of ours. We love Raygun. She's a very good friend of ours on this show. But it's just I would expect like breakers to be like, these out there people, but you guys are awesome. This is my new favorite sport, Innika. Seriously, I'm going to follow this forever.
You should, but like all of the athletes, I don't know what it is with this sport, but it's just, it's such great fun. And I mean, the Canadians, like we're such good friends with all the Canadians also, obviously, like everyone's so fun. It's,
To date this episode then you might be able to help me because at least when I'm recording this, his episode will air after yours. I'm just checking the schedule in the background there, but I'm interviewing Aaron Robson tomorrow, our first Canadian SkiMo athlete. So do you have any dirt or goss or anything that I can trigger him with, like a question that maybe, might
you have to ask Aaron. Aaron he's cursed with his gear. Like he breaks gear. Like he broke skis, he broke poles. Like I don't know, there's not many people that break skis in the middle of a mixed relay event, but he literally, like I think you have to ask him about the mixed relay at World Champs, but I'm pretty sure he broke like a ski and a pole.
Wow.
In 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes? Wow.
I literally think he broke 2 things,
Okay. That's going to be on the question.
And I don't think it was the first time he broke skis that year either.
Wow. All right.
So,
good to know. Okay. I like to get these tidbits because then it's all of a sudden, not only does it put him on the spot, but it also makes us look like brilliant researchers. And then we're like, wow, that off the podium.
Exactly.
They really know their shit. They really know what they're doing. Yeah. Fantastic. Innika, we're going to get to a set of 10 questions to wrap this up in just a moment, our fun get to know you style ones. But 2 things I wanted to touch on. You did a lovely video on your Instagram, sort of one of these, like a day in the life of. Now, I don't know, I'm not trying to take the mickey out of you here while I say this, but I don't know if this was legit.
Oh, go ahead. I can deal with it.
Legit, or you literally just were taking the piss out of these influencers who do it, because it kind of seemed like a middle of the road, like, I want to give this a go, but fuck, these are silly. I got to ask you, baking soda, like what is drinking baking soda? Is this legit a thing that SkiMo athletes do, or am I missing out on what it is?
And you can talk to Phil about this because I got this from Phil. But baking... So bicarb is this, you know, obviously about bicarb and but Morton, like bicarb costs sweet fuck all. It's like literally like 0 cents a pop in terms of baking soda. And then Morton are packaging it up in some like fancy gel thing and then selling it for like 70 euros. And just the principle of making so much money out of something that costs nothing actually just like it pisses me off. So there is actually people that drink baking soda as a way of getting in bicarb and not paying for it. And like Phil, I feel like, I mean, this is what skiers were doing this in the 80s, but people kind of stopped doing it because you get a really bad stomach from it. And then obviously with like all of the new products that are coming out, people just prefer to pay shitloads of money for the benefits rather than having to drink a bunch of seawater. But Phil was like, he was doing it through like the whole winter season. He was doing it through Tour de Ski. And like, I tried it with a workout and I was like, okay, I do feel the benefits of like the lactate buffering and everything with the bicarb. So I will try the baking soda. And then Phil was like, if you blend it out in hot water, you get rid of a lot of the bubbles so you don't get a bad stomach.
Yeah.
And like I was trying, but like I literally I puked like this on this.
You say that in the video. You say like, oh yeah, so I woke up this morning, had my baking soda, and I vomited everywhere. So that was a great start to the day.
Fuck me, it tastes disgusting. It's literally just like drinking like a bunch of like really concentrated seawater at it.
Oh.
No, I've done a lot of shots.
It's so funny though, this video, because even in the caption, you're like, it's 1000% cringe influencer video. Like, it's just, I mean, no disrespect to our influencers, but like seriously, like do we give a shit? Oh my God, so this is how I start my day. I wake up at like 7 o'clock and I put on some eyeliner.
Oh my God,
and
right.
Like,
and I'm in bed.
like, you know, and oh my God, and then I got stuck on the train and there was this totally weird guy, but like, whatever. Like, I mean, okay, cool.
I thought it was pretty fun. Like, but I did a lot that day. Like, I woke up.
Admittedly, you did do a pretty busy day. Like, you know, props to you. You chose a good day for it.
You know, thanks. Yeah, I think, but actually I got some really good feedback on that video. Okay. Everyone was like, this is good. So I should probably actually do that more.
I wanted you to do it on the day you broke your ankle. So then I was like laying in the snow, fucking hating my life. So then I had to bind it and I had to try and find Rob, but he was fucking on a break. And then, you know.
Yeah. I should have done that. Fuck. I'll break my ankle again. And
do it. Just purely for likes. Purely for the views. How I got like 50K views on this one without breaking my ankle. I could be famous.
I do have a video on my highlights in my stories from the spring. Like I was filming myself sitting in a chair and it just happened and I was like talking to the camera and I was like I'm crying and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm in a lot of pain. I think it's the mellow stuff that gets you.
You never know what's going to like. I mean, we have a TikTok. And when I say we have a TikTok, I literally just repost what we put on Instagram and don't really give an extra fuck. But like, it's funny when I'll check it once a week and I'll log in and then all of a sudden you'll have like so many views and likes on this one video, which you're like, that one? And then you've got people having debates and all this kind of stuff. And like, I had to, bringing up Raygun, I had to turn off comments on her video because, of course, after the Olympics, everybody's searching for Raygun. They're finding our content and we're just getting bombarded with abuse for this poor person. And it's just like, social media, right?
I mean, I work in marketing and communication and social media, and it's like the videos, the ones that you put the most effort into, and you got all the good sound. They can do really shit, and then you can just like randomly, like I had like a bunch of videos on the latest event I was working on that I just randomly posted, hardly edited, and then they're going viral, and I'm like, come on, did I seriously get 2 million views on this thing that took me no time, and then I got like 50,000 views on this video that I edited for like 5 hours.
Anna just talked about in one of her posts how she was talking about, I'm not getting many views. And she had a friend who basically did the whole joke of tits out for the boys. So then she posted a couple of like cycling videos with a bit of cleavage. And then all of a sudden she's like, and I'm like, I apologize on behalf of my gender, Anna, that is how you end up having to get it, because like that just shows how terrible we are. That's what people are then looking for. But she got a great message.
Sex sells.
Yeah. So anyway, the other thing about selling, this is the other thing I was going to bring up, because you're the first Aussie athlete I've had on since we've aired the Brian Leachy chat, where I try to bring up to him about every Australian sporting team has a mascot, right? Like the Socceroos, the Matildas, the Wallabies, right? Like I know the freestyle skiing team are the Flying Kangaroos, at least the aerials team, right? Like I'm trying to get the Moguls team to be called the Bumperoos, but that's a whole other conversation. But we discovered in that chat with Brian that nobody has ever taken the animal of a platypus as their mascot. And he's like, oh, the platypus we want. And so since we spoke, I went to our good friends over at ChatGPT and got them to generate a mascot. I'm going to hold this up now. Our audio view, please go to our video episode right now. This is what the Australian SkiMo team could look like and have a platypus right there. Do you think that could track? Could we have the SkiMo team as the platypus or the platypi, I guess?
Official mascot, definitely.
Official mascot.
They're aggressive. They look sweet, but they're aggressive as fuck.
They've got that little spur thing underneath their I don't know, is it a flipper or I don't know what you call it, but like that's true. Yeah. I mean that platypus looks friendly, but that will fuck you over. What did you say? Rob said before about those damn Europeans. Like, let's get rid of them.
Yeah. We are here to dominate and show the filthy Euros what's up.
The filthy Euros. There you go. There we go. Maybe, hey, you know what? Let's call the platypus Rob. Can we call it Rob?
Hey, Rob, it's Rob.
Yeah.
It's so Rob.
It's Rob the platypus. Like, come on, right? Like, you know, you've got permission to put that on the Not Oz SkiMo page right there. I'll send it to you.
Can you send it to me?
I'll
put the go on the new official mascot launching.
I will.
We can do a cross post.
T-shirts, you name it, it'll be out there. Like, get the funds raised out there as well. Like, you're welcome.
That'll be great.
This is what we like to do on this show, help you out. Innika, 10 questions we like to ask all of our guests. Now, you listened to our Max Trion episode, so you heard these. I don't know if they prepped you or you probably tuned out by then. Most people do at this point of an interview. But I'm going to start off with the first question. What is the one thing you never leave home without when traveling to a competition?
My phone.
Your phone. Great answer.
Obviously.
Easy. Are you an Apple or a Samsung? Apple or Samsung?
I'm an Apple, and I don't date people that have Android. Like if you have Android, red flag, not working. Have you ever tried to share pictures with someone that has an Android? You're like, hey babe, I have this really nice photo of you. Do you want me to fucking load it up into our OneDrive account? Like,
I actually completely agree with you on that, because I'm also on a very shit phone plan that doesn't let me send photos. Like it will like literally come up if I'm sending it to somebody with a Samsung, but I literally now am maybe working out where I'm going wrong on like Tinder. I need to ask like, maybe they're Samsung users. They know I'm an Apple user. Fuck.
Literally, just put in your Tinder bio like, I don't date if you have an Android. Don't swipe right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, boys, if you got an Android.
Not only do I learn things about athletes and sport on this show, I also learn reasons why I'm single. So thank you.
Join the club.
Thank you. A tradition or superstition you follow before every big competition.
don't swipe right to people with Android.
Yeah, every competition you're sitting there on Tinder, Android, fuck off. Those green bubbles haunt you now when you're texting someone. It's green.
No, actually, I don't have any superstitions. Actually,
okay. That's
everything happens for a reason. That's my superstition.
Yep. Okay, I like that. A song that is on every one of your pre-competition playlists, no matter what.
Style by Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay.
It's just got this. Oh my god! And she's got this lyric. I'm like, I'm sport because Dynafit athlete.
Okay.
But I'm very like, whenever I'm not sporting, everyone will know me. I'm always overdressed. I always have like dresses on, and red lips is like my signature look. And she has this line in this song, and it's like, and I've got that red lip classic thing that you like. Anyway, it's just something I vibe with. It's like my one go-to song that just always gets me.
I'm feeling there's a lot of Tay-Tay because Anna also answered a Taylor Swift song. So it's sort of like, I feel like this is just vibing on the entire crew. So, okay.
Good. Yeah.
I like it. That works.
Yeah.
The most this is the answer that led to Anna admitting about the boobs out, by the way, the caterpillar message, like that. We weren't just sitting here like talking about random shit like that, but the most unexpected or funny direct message you've ever gotten.
Because I actually didn't get all the way to the end of the Max episode.
That's all right. No one ever does. That's fine. It's all good.
The most unexpected direct message. It has to be someone asking for nudes.
Okay, you actually is this just a random Instagram, like send nudes, basically?
No, I don't know, like people that you're talking to, they're like, send nudes.
Fucking Android users, right? Like, you know.
They're literally probably Android users.
Yeah, right. They get to a point. You see the green, and all of a sudden they're like, you're losing interest, and like, oh, fuck it, just boobs. Come on, hurry up, send it.
You get nudes if I can send them on iMessage.
If you had an iPhone, then you would be getting lucky right now. But guess what?
Yeah.
Android, delete.
You have an Android, delete.
Yeah. Which, like, this is a weird way to phrase this, but like, just bear with me here when I say this, Innika. But like, as a man, I get the appeal of seeing a naked person. Don't get me wrong. Everybody in the right mind wants to see somebody naked. We're humans. We get it. But like, I don't understand men who are like 3 messages into a conversation and think like, are women literally sitting there going like, yeah, right, sure. Like, I mean, like, are we that stupid as a gender that we honestly assume that somebody within a couple of messages of a conversation is ready to reveal a part of them that is very private for most people? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think so. And I think there is a lot of people that are, otherwise they wouldn't bother trying.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like, well, surely, like, do they have a very low strike rate? Like, is this like a thing where it's like 99 out of 100 times they get rejected, but there's that one time they find one woman who just doesn't give a shit, boobs. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
anyway.
free boobs.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm learning a lot today. This is a very informative interview. The weirdest thing that
have we spoken anything about sport?
I don't know. What sport do you do? You're a luge? Is that what you do? I can't remember. What's your name? You're from Norway? Curling. Oh, you know, Dean and Tarly. There you are. Hello. The weirdest thing that you've ever eaten at an international competition, and did you like it?
Oh, the weirdest thing at an international competition. I've only gone to Europe, and there's really good food in Europe.
We get a lot of people answering
Um,
Norway with some weird food. So maybe
Oh
you're
yeah,
just,
there's some fucking weird shit here.
Yeah.
There's actually probably like I mean international. I guess the Norwegian is technically international because I'm Australian. And then they have lutefisk maybe. It's like this fish with it's like jellyfish. It's we don't know.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Norway and China are the two most common countries we get answers for that question.
Yeah,
So.
I went to China and I ate pigeon once.
Oh, pigeon. Yeah, it's so funny you mentioned curling because Dean, our great curler Dean Hewitt, he said that he ate pigeon in China and said that was the weirdest thing he ate too. So okay.
Yeah.
Next time I'm in China, I'll be sure to look out for it.
You can try some pigeon.
It's my dream. Absolutely. Speaking of food though, good food, your ultimate guilty pleasure meal after a big competition.
Burger and fries.
Oh, yes.
Just fries, like pomfret, like proper fries.
Yeah, okay.
I love it. Yeah.
How are the burgers in Norway? Do they do a good burger?
The food in Norway is shit.
No.
No one comes here for the food. It's horrible.
That's why they're so
like
good
a
athletes.
Pizza or some fries.
They just want to go to international competitions to eat food. They're like, fuck my country.
Literally.
Go to the Olympic Village and get that. Okay, good to know.
But actually, I really struggle eating after it, like especially harder, like really hard efforts. Okay. Eating is horrible. Okay. So then it has to be like salt and it has to be fat. So I found that like having a bag of potato chips or just fry. If I can get like hot chips, then I'm set. Then I'm good.
Good answer. I like good chips. If you could swap sports for a day with another Olympian, what event would you choose and how do you think you'd go? And summer or winter? So if you want summer, you can try summer.
If I could do anything, it would be like downhill, like just be Michaela Schifrin. Like I could just do downhill skiing, be Michaela Schifrin, but I would suck. Like I've skied the downhill in Bormio and the downhill and Levy, and I'm like, I'm using like 1 minute and like I'm putting like a lot of swings in like where they are just like they're going so fast that they just like jump over like
they've lapped you like 5 times basically.
Actually, I got lapped in a SkiMo competition once by Remy Bonnet. It was
wow. That was one of those ones where you were like 13th from the back though, right? So like, just counting it.
I think. But I think actually downhill alpine skiing is one of those, like it looks so easy and you try to do it and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
Like how just actually being able to turn just by like turning your feet. Like it's insane how like close they get to the snow. Incredible. Like if I could do any other sport, it would be that.
And the thing I love about downhill skis or alpine skis in general is just how blasé they are about the amount of like nearly death injuries they've had. Like I remember we had John O'Brower on the show and he sort of talked about, like 7 knee reconstructions, 6 hip replay, like whatever, man. Like it's just that's the matter of the sport, right? And you're just like, well, what? Like, like I can complain if I cut my finger, so insane what they go through with that. I love this question because we get a bit of help again from ChatGPT. If your Olympic journey were a movie, what would the title be and who do you think would play you?
Oh my God. Oh, that is a hard question.
Now you're wishing you got to the end of the max, chap.
Yeah, fuck. If my Olympic journey was a movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Because he is an Android user, right? There you go. Well,
How to lose.
Go.
How to lose your Olympic dreams in 10 days.
How to lose your Olympic dreams.
Day 3 is like, day 3 is like break your ankle.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to redo this poster because the ChatGPT gave me some really shit examples. So I just went with like the least shit one. And theirs was 1 mountain at a time. Basic, right? So I'm going to hold this up again. This is a poster that they put together for what that could look like. But I'm going to get them to redo it with how to lose your Olympic dream in 10 days, basically. 10
days, I think that's a good one. Yeah.
That's better. Have you ever been compared to an actress, though? Has anybody ever like sort of said that you resemble an actress that you think would play you?
I get Dakota Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I got Megan Fox actually. One guy at a bar said I looked like Megan Fox. I was like, oh yeah.
Here's one for you. Not an actress, but I don't know how familiar you are with Survivor, the US show Survivor at all. Have you ever watched it or know anybody from that?
When I was a kid.
Okay, so would you know
recently?
If you look her up? Her name is Parvati Shallow. She's a legend of US Survivor. Parvati is how you spell it. And she's actually, funnily enough, at the time we're speaking, she's on the Australian version right now in Australia versus the world. You resemble Parvati a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
So that's where I'm getting vibes from there. So if people know who that is, and I don't know if she can act.
She seems tough. I'm not tough.
She's a badass. She's one of the best survivor players of all time. Yeah. So, yep, I see that. Yeah. Resemble. All right, there you go.
Cool, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I get some,
But I see that, but you say like Dakota, I see that. I definitely see it. And Megan Fox, I see where they're going with that. So I like that.
I bet all of them have iPhones.
Absolutely. They wouldn't have Androids. Come on. You know, who's an actress who would have an Android? Let's be honest.
But do you have an iPhone, right?
I have an iPhone. Yes.
Okay, good. That might good.
Hold it up to prove it. Red flag. Get off this episode right now. It's an iPhone. I promise. I honestly, I did used to alternate every 2 years because like growing up, you would get a new phone every 2 years and it felt new. Like you'd get a Nokia, you'd get a whatever. So I would just want to feel like I've got a different phone. But for the last like 6 years, I've always had an iPhone. So
it's iPhone all the way for me.
Yeah,
it's Apple all the way. Yeah.
No, I get that. The one question you're tired of being asked: send nudes. And what is the one that you wish people would ask you instead? Don't send nudes.
The one I get asked all the time is.
I was going to say, I promise, I'm never going to ask that to one of our guests in the future again. All right, that's not what I'm doing this for.
It's too true. It hits too close to home. I mean, the question I get asked all the time is just like, "Where are you from?" Okay. Like, it's just. I go into it, like I go to a party here or go out and it's like, oh, where are you from? And I'm like, what are you doing in Norway? Like, how did you move here? Like, whatever. And like, at some point I actually just started making up, like I've just made up some really great stories like through the years because I just get bored of telling the same ones. I'm like, and they like, if I'm drunk, they get pretty elaborate. Like I just.
Perfect.
No, like I was smuggled here, like as a
I was
someone in Albania,
slave of Albania. I ran drugs. You know, I smuggled androids over the border. That's why I hate them so much.
Exactly. You know, I've just like, and sometimes I just like my name's like Innika, which is it's very unusual. Mm-hmm. And whenever you're like meeting people and you're out and you're like, oh, Innika, and it's a crowded bar and they're like, huh? And you're like, Innika. And they're like, ah. And I'm like, Sarah.
Fuck it. Sarah. That'll do. That'll do. And like, can you get away with the accent? Like, do Norwegians pick up on an Australian accent or are you just like, oh yeah, I'm from fucking, Sudan. Like, you know.
No one gets that I'm Australian. Okay. But And some people are, especially like I have a pretty like weird dialect now. I speak like a little bit of North Norwegian, a little bit of South Norwegian, but some people will be like, are you Swedish? Like, are you from like people in the South will be like, oh, you're from somewhere in the North. And then so I take it as a compliment when people are like, oh, you have a dialect. And I'm like, thanks. I'm actually just an immigrant.
Do you speak Norwegian? Do you also speak Norwegian though?
Yeah. I speak fluent Norwegian.
Fantastic.
But you always have an accent, right? But like some people say it's charming. They're probably just the people that want nudes. So.
Yeah, all these people are just like, fuck, you got a terrible accent versus, oh my God, your accent is charming. You're like, oh my God, mate. Like, no. 3 more drinks, maybe. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah.
The last one for you. The one lesson you have learnt from losing that you think has shaped you more than winning.
That's a really good question.
We get one in an interview.
No one judges you. No one gives a fuck about your result. Like you care about your result, and if you lose, if you fuck up, if you lose in anything, no one thinks worse of you. Like people, your value doesn't change based on a result, and I think that's a really, really important. Like your value does. Like people don't. Your friends don't like you less. Your family doesn't love you less. Like you don't like your value is the same based on a result. And that's been something that's something that I learned through sport that I didn't know that before. Like I've become such a more confident, better version of myself from doing sport and from losing because it just teaches you that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Fantastic.
People love you for whatever.
Yeah. And that's why, again, we always ask that question last because it brings out a great answer like that, and it's a good little bookend for that one there.
If anyone actually gets to the end of this episode.
If they haven't, they've missed out. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks.
All right. It's
You
taken
should
me.
start with this at the front. Just do the whole episode.
It's taken me 512 episodes to be able to shit on androids and talk about sending nudes. Like, I mean, I've been waiting for this day for 10 fucking years. All right. So thank you. This is what we get to with that one. Sarah, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show today. If anybody wants to follow you, social media, where can they find you on Instagram? Well, obviously, the not all SkiMo one's probably the one they actually want to follow, though.
Well, OnlyFans, obviously.
Of course, yep, that's the one.
My name, Innika De Rosa.
Innika De Rosa.
Not Sarah. Innika De Rosa.
Can you just change that for the next week to just @not Sarah? Just, to kind of go it that way. Innika, it's been an absolute pleasure and a serious delight to have you on the show and learn about you and everything. And good luck for it all, whether it be Milano Cortina, the French Alps, Salt Lake, or whatever brings your future in the sport. We thank you for sharing your story today.
Thanks. Chat to you soon.